just pulled that sucker right apart, obviously, as you can see by this.
All right, this stupid, crazy crap of how things go for Steve Morris. I am juror number 7.
What's going on, guys? I'm Kyle, you're here at Steve Morris Engines, and today we just finished up this F2 ProCharged LS for Tyler Patton's jet boat. So this thing is a really cool unit we just got done with. Just made over 1,500 horsepower with it on E85 from the pump. So this has got a water-to-air intercooler in it since it's in a boat, and no accessories except for this nice little ICT billet alternator. Pretty cool engine, and not only are we dynoing this engine, but we're dynoing this 2650 Magnuson supercharged 427 LSR block, mass black label heads, LSX Concepts drive. Nice piece for a sand car going out to California, I believe it is, for Mike Ledbetter. So we're gonna be dynoing this shortly here, but not before I get done with this. And here we've got a 427 all aluminum LS, basically a clone to Ledbetter's out there, LSR block, mass black label heads. This one is a wet sump, not a dry sump. So, and then obviously you can see this one has got a 3-liter Whipple on it with the LSX Concepts drive. It's very similar to that engine out there, except for the blower. So it'll be interesting to see the difference between these two blowers, 2650 versus a Whipple 3-liter Gen 5. So let's get into the video. Okay, finally we were able to make some kind of decent horsepower number on this thing. So on this engine, unfortunately, I had to swap out coils, spark plug wires, coil wiring harness, the coil extension harness, because I thought those were bad, ECUs, tunes, new main wiring harness. I tried everything and could not get this little phantom rev limiter to get out of it. That was just killing it. And you can see the difference in the graphs. This black line is the pull that I just made, and these really bad, like 3 or 4 graphs here, 3 graphs, are what had happened prior. And what it ended up being was it was a software issue. So all I ended up doing was re-uploading version 400 off of Holly's website. So there was something wrong, like something got missed, or like something, I'm not a computer guru, something got messed up in the software, let's just put it that way. So I put new software in it, new tune, started from scratch, and it fixed it. So that's what I'm cracking it up to be, is just a, and I've heard of that happening before. Me and Tom Vigou actually talked about it before on some other Holly software issues, but like that phantom rev limiter, sometimes it's just, you need to just redo the software, put the newest version in it if it's got an old version, or redo the new version that's in it. So we're up here, we're at a good number, 1445, so we're getting close. I'm going to put some more timing in it. That was pretty low timing. I think that was like 20 degrees or something. So we'll mess around with the timing and try to get it over 15 for them. All right, finally we got to our 1500 number. It's been a long battle with this engine. I think it says somewhere on there, we're at like 20 pulls on this engine. So, and this is on this dyno. I actually swapped dynos because on this engine here, the starter went out on that dyno and we didn't have a replacement. So rather than wait 2 days to get another starter, I put it on this dyno. So I had probably 5 pulls on there. So we're like 25 pulls into fixing this thing. Disaster. But it's finally done. Everything runs good. The data log looks clean. So let's look at that. All right, so we got our data here. Everything is looking nice and clean, like I said before. Closed loop, we're not adding or subtracting more than 5 here, so That's all good. Boost, we're at about 28 to 29 pounds of boost. Air fuel, nice and safe. Timing, we're at 25 degrees. And I've tried this at the same boost and the same fuel at like 27 degrees up there, and it didn't pick up any horsepower. In fact, it lost 1 horsepower. So we kind of hit a wall on that. So went back to 25 where it's nice and safe and where it made the most amount of power. So, and also it made 1520, and that's at 7,000. So if we go back on the graph, you can actually see it's at 15 down there at like 68 even. So it's nice and flat up there, which is what we want, because in a jet boat like what Tyler's got, we can't spin the pump faster than 7,000 RPM. 7,000 RPM is the max speed you can spin that pump. So he's gonna be real happy with that. I'll give him a call real quick and we'll see what's up. And we'll get on to the next one. So we just got done with our preliminary pull on this thing, not revving it up super far, just creeping up on the tune-up, making sure it is where I think it needs to be. And things are looking pretty good so far. So we are at 906 horsepower right now. And on that pull, I went to not even 6,000 RPM. So that was 5,900 RPM. We're at 10.5 pounds. So typically, well, pretty much every positive displacement blower, as soon as you're wide open throttle, it's making boost, making full boost, as is notified by this solid blue line right here that is perfectly level. So typically they do not pick up with RPM like they do a centrifugal. But I think that we'll probably end up putting a little bit more boost to it. Power goals on this engine are between 11 and 1,200 horsepower. I think we can do that on pump gas. We should be able to do it. Just nice and easy, safe tune. No reason to get crazy with it. So our closed loop is adding some fuel, so I'll do some corrections on my tune-up in here, get that all cleaned up. 19 degrees on timing, so we'll probably throw some more timing at it as well. Something like this I would probably expect to be 23 to 25 degrees ultimately. So 19 and a half is, it's a good start. So we'll go in there and look at the plugs, make sure everything looks good, and then we'll turn it up. You guys saw that was a nice clean pull. Well, say clean, it was pig fat rich, is setting up the room. But we're at 1021 so far, so let's go in and look at the plugs. All right, we're definitely piggy fat rich, but our timing is still plenty safe. We're not even off of the strap yet. The porcelain is still dirty, so we'll lean it up a little bit and put some more timing to it. Plugs say they're still plenty rich, which is funny because our air fuel is actually where I thought it would be, a little bit lean. We're at 12.7 on our air fuel right now, 25 degrees of timing. So it still looks like it'll take a little bit more timing. I would have figured that it would have picked up more. So we went from, what did I say it was on the last pull, like 22?
19.
19? Yeah, so we went from 19 to 25, which is right where I thought it would be. And it still looks like it'll take more. We're not even off the strap yet, just like before. You can see that we're making our way off of the strap. The pull before this, we were like up here. Now we can see we're right here. So we'll put a little bit more timing at it still and lean it up a little bit more yet. I think that it didn't look as sooty that time, did it? It was less sooty, right?
Slightly less.
Slightly less sooty. I don't know. Every time I do one of these, it will always push a little bit of soot back out of the exhaust, just because it's moving enough exhaust and it's not sealed up good enough down there that it will push exhaust back into the room. So that could be some of it too on something like this, but we'll keep leaning it up until the plugs look like they are supposed to look. So we'll try it then. All right, 1089. 7,000 RPM. We are getting closer and closer to where we need to be on this thing. So I'm gonna go take another look at the plugs, and we're gonna do the same exact thing as we just did. Make sure the plugs look good, put more timing in it, less fuel, depending on what the plugs look like. And I'm sure with this next change, given how much we've increased every time I increase timing, we should be at 1100 here this next pull. Now that is a happy looking plug. Timing, we could put a little bit more into it. You can see that we're just starting to work our way off the strap right there. Porcelain is looking nice and clean. It's really hard to see on camera, but our fuel level is like right about here. So that's looking good. And I think I'm gonna leave everything how it is for the most part. Maybe just add a degree or two of timing and then let it cool down for a minute, and we should be at 11. Let's try it.
Just a little bit.
It perfectly stripped just the edge off of it. It must have just a little misalignment somewhere on there that caused it to do that. So you can see that it pulled the belt right apart this way. So I think when it chewed that one edge off of it, maybe something happened where it got weak or something, or cracked the belt, or I don't know. Just pulled that sucker right apart, obviously, as you can see by this. So unfortunately, we don't have a new one right now, and we need to get this done today, so that sucks. But I don't know, just have to get another one, see what we can do. That's pretty good. We're within what the customer wants for horsepower. So that's on the ethanol tune. You guys saw the pump gas tune. It made like what, 1140 or something like that. 1140, 1150. So pretty happy with this thing. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
So it is, you're seeing this on Tuesday. This is Monday night, and I've just gotten back to the shop. Let me explain what's going on. But first, SML for Rob at Rob Linenstall and his Nova. Now this is Nova that you see here that Bailey raced a couple times. Actually, Bailey bought it from Rob. Rob's buying it back. Blah 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 blah. Now Rob's going to be going to Sick Week with it, Lord willing, and everything gets all done. And this is the one that we had to. This is the original LS motor plate off his old engine. What we did is didn't modify anything here. We made it so we're trying to make this so it drops right in. Saves Bob Miller a boatload of time so he doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm paying the consequences, so he doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, making everything fit and work and figure it all out himself. We're getting the alternator in the same place, the same pan and pump. You have to make a little modifications on that to fit the SML, but you can see here, it will all fit and work. And the headers are the same, okay? And so your hot side, cold side, if it's a standard deck block, are gonna all fit. It's all the same. It's very, very nice. Common questions and people miss. I don't understand why. It is fully water jacketed block. The entire block has water all the way around it. The heads have water all the way around them. I tried to explain to you and show you that it just doesn't have water that goes through the block to the head. It's all external. So if it ever has a head gasket blow, it will never spray water out on the ground. We've seen on the other SML over there how excellent the head gaskets look. I mean, just so spot on the money, perfect because of all the clamping load force. And even if it did have a problem, it wouldn't have a water problem. Can't pressurize the coolant system, can't do any of those kind of things because there's no transfer there in between the head gasket area. But the block has full water in it for drag and drive thousands of miles. Cylinder heads have full water in them, drag and drive thousands of miles. I know a lot of you guys know that, but I keep getting the same questions over and over again. All right, so this thing is going to be, Kyle's going to have to run this tomorrow is my goal. Let me explain to you why Kyle's going to have to drive it. Or why, not drive it, but Kyle's going to have to dyno it. Now we're just running NA because we want to see the tune, or just get things running, make sure the oil pressure is fine, make sure there's no leaks, make sure everything's nice, because it's going to have to go in the car in a very elaborate system in the car. Okay? And that's why we maintained and hooked everything up the way it is. All right? So Kyle's going to have to run this tomorrow because I wasn't here today until tonight. Why, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. I got called in for jury duty. Now, been called several times, never had to actually go. So we call in, yes, I need to report. I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I show up there at 8:15 this morning and going through the whole deal, and this thing looks like a slam dunk to me, and I'm already making my plans of, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna have to, if they call me up there, I'm gonna tell them what I think, because here's the deal. This guy, this is what I can tell you. Can't tell you about anything else, but I'll tell you this. All right, the guy is being accused of selling meth. All right, this guy is shaven head, tattoos all over his head with face tattoos, the tears, whole freaking deal. Okay, and I'm thinking, okay, no problem. So this is exactly, I get called up. It gets all the way almost to the end. I've been there for 4 hours now, and they're choosing jurors and they're doing all their stuff, and they call me up. It's like, oh crap. All right, no problem. And the judge goes, do you have any different opinion? You've heard the questions. You have any different opinions of anybody else on a jury? And I go, yes, I do. I said, I am highly biased. I think that he is guilty, and you're going to spend a whole lot of time convincing me that he's innocent. And the judge goes, okay. And then so the prosecuting attorney asked me some questions. I think they're a little bit shell-shocked, but probably not totally. And then the defense attorney comes up and asks me questions, and I'm thinking, there's no way that I'm going to get selected for jury duty. I just told him I'm biased. And I think that he's guilty before he's even done anything. She asked me some questions. Then she asked me, Mr. Morris, I see you're self-employed. Are you losing money by being here? Yes, I am. Do you want to be here? No, I don't. I say these things to them. She goes, well, do you think you can be fair given any evidence that's presented? I said, yes, I can be fair, but I do think that he is guilty. I'm highly biased. And she goes, okay, thank you for your time. And I'm going, okay, cool. And then they talk to other people, and I'm thinking, why are they not telling me I'm gone? And they talk to more people, and they dismiss 4 other jurors in there, and I'm still sitting there. I'm thinking, oh crap, they're gonna pick me. What the heck is going on? And lo and behold, I am juror number 7. I have no idea what in the heck they're thinking, because, well, I can't tell you what the case is. But that's all I told him. I'm just telling you how I got selected as a juror, and now they started the trial already. The last 2 hours of the day, they started the trial, and it said it's going to go at least all day tomorrow, and hopefully not into Wednesday, because I can't figure out how it's possibly going to go this long given what they've already said. So anyways, crazy crap. So Kyle's going to be running this thing. This engine over here for Mike Ledbetter. I'm super sorry, Mike. I got to get stuff off of this dyno to run your engine, and then I'm not even going to be here. As soon as I can get back, that is #1 priority is to get yours on there. This will be done tomorrow, Lord willing. Obviously, my total 100% blatant honesty of what I'm thinking at the time has now gotten me into jury duty, where I thought for sure I could not possibly tell the judge that I'm totally biased and think that he's guilty before the trial. I thought for sure that would, just being honest, would get me off this thing.
Nope.
No, I'm wrong.
All right, what's up, guys? We're here. I've got this SML. Basically, it is ready to run with our dyno setup on it. So we're not using his coils. We're using our smart coils, our Holley harness, Holley Dominator. Everything is set up and ready to run on this thing, but we do not have something very important. It is this belt that goes on this little pulley right here that happens to spin our oil pump. So, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get here today. It's kind of late in the day and it's not showing up yet. So it's going to probably be in tomorrow, unfortunately. So not going to be able to dyno this today. I told Nate that as a cameraman, he just needs to get in here and spin this oil pump with a drill while I do the dyno pull so we can get this dyno done. But he wasn't willing to do that, so sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. But something extra special did happen this past weekend because our giveaway winner showed up here to snowy Michigan to drive that Trailblazer all the way back to Georgia. So let's take a quick look at that.
First time. Let's take a look at her. Playing with the pump. This is Joe Presley. Obviously, we had the plow truck in here because you'll see that it's snowing outside.
Yeah. This is real.
It is the real deal.
I'm still trying to contain my story. I've only told 3 people. One of them here.
Really?
Yeah. Already got the kind of stuff on it. Is this Spawn? Spawn suspension parts.
Yeah.
I've got that on my Escalade. Wow. Is this like what they call the 3SS package or 2S? I can't keep up with it anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I still have the window sticker in the glove box. I'm going to detune it just a little bit for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to probably just leave it there.
Yeah. It make it super safe and easy. And I'll go over all the buttons here for you. What they all do.
Activate the nitrous ever just yet until I get some more formal training to take it to the track. He'll probably be the one that takes it.
Okay. Yeah.
All I did was, and I got the actual hoodie out there. I brought it with me. I got home on my last home time before this when I was like, it came up on the Facebook feed. And of course I saw it on YouTube, and then I saw it again, on Instagram. I'm like, I'd like to win that truck. I'm just sitting there. I was talking to one of my other sons. I got 7 total.
Oh, geez.
He's the oldest of, well, no, not 7 sons. Let me correct that. 4 boys, 3 girls.
There you go.
So I'm like, that truck would be cool to have. I was already, like I said, looking for the 97X Aero, which was basically a twin to this.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? Let me just try. I had just gotten paid, so I went on ahead and did the thing on the phone. It routed me to the web page, and it's like, I wanted a black hoodie. I'm like, I couldn't have him, so like, I'll just take the blue one in. Ordered it, and it got there before I went back. I'm like, man, that's fast.
Yeah.
Cool. I started wearing it every day, and I got mad because I got a few stains on it. Because I'm, being a truck driver, you're gonna pick up a few stains.
Yep.
And sure enough, about another week later, they called and said, "Hey, you like what? Yes, you've been selected. All you gotta do is verify your eligibility." I'm like, I'm trying to contain myself right now because I'm sitting in the truck, man.
Oh man.
And you've had it since new, and I'm like, this is humbling. I like I said, I started following you last summer
Yeah.
at the advice of Cletus, following himself.
All right, cool. Yep.
Because I started following him from the advice of 1320
Ah.
videos. I'm like, it's just snowballing, but it's always been, and it branched out, and I'm like, this is really a very huge and very supportive community, and it's awesome to be part of the culture.
Yeah.
I've got I'm in it now. I'm here, and for anybody that says these sweepstakes aren't real, they're real. Like I said, I just said, let me just try, just because, and you see me sitting here, and I won it. I truly didn't think I would, but I'm kind of happy I am.
Yes, sir.
An $80 investment will get you something like this. That's all it costs. Hard to believe.
Fiberglass hood.
Wow. It's got the Gen 2 coils on it still. I still got a pack of those at home. You don't have to buy new coils. All the coils from GM were good.
Yep.
They came on the LS2s originally, so that's what I do know.
Yep.
The ones I got on my Escalator are D510s, and I actually upgraded and put LS7, LS9 valve covers on my Escalator and on my Yukon, so I could both styles of coils on there.
Yep.
It just made it easy. I kind of didn't like the bracketry deal. I'm like,
I got you.
It could simplify things, and GM did that. So I'm like, let me make that investment and just put it on here.
Sure.
And that's still clutchless or clutch whatever, or is it just a cover one?
No, that's just a little cover.
So it's all, wow, that's one hell of a damn balancer. Wow. But it's all still easy to work on. It's all. Wait, those are turbo headers or just
No, there's stock manifold deal.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, she's not getting touched. I'm not doing it to this. No, I don't have to. Does it have an oil catch can? Does it need one?
For the
engine?
valve cover breather?
Yeah.
Nope, not right now. I have this just going right down to the ground. Yep.
I'm gonna copy that. I've been having issues with McCree's. I was thinking about getting Motion Race Works.
Yep.
Putting them on my trucks because I had a Mighty Mouse. Somehow the valve blew out at the bottom of it, and my truck's all stock. All I did was just put free flowing headers on it.
Right.
Blew out while he was driving it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna copy that. We're getting a little bit good at welding ourselves. My oldest daughter is actually a better welder than me now. She actually went to school for it. So
Awesome.
I told her she's gonna build an exhaust for me.
Awesome.
And this is
That's the intercooler.
right here.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is kind of like looking at like a second gen Typhoon or Cyclone or something. And it's water cooled, water.
Yep. So this is a heat exchanger style intercooler. So this is actually the tank. And then the pump is down in front, and then the front radiator that's down up in this area, right underneath the chin spoiler grill, is the cooler. So it sits there and just runs, instead of having air to air, it's just like any of the other, like a Whipple or a Magnuson supercharger kit where they have a heat exchanger. There's always here's the intercooler, air goes through it, and the water's keeping it cool, and the real radiator up in front is cooling the water off that gets heated up by the turbo.
It's got electric fans on it. So, man.
Well, AC, I mean, everything works on this thing.
What kind of transmission cooler does it have?
Still runs into the
Radiator?
Yep, the radiator.
I'll be upgrading that then. I thought I had to do much to. I definitely want to put the bare brake pick package on here for sure.
Oh yeah.
The Escalade.
That would be
wears,
nice.
Yeah, the Escalade wears Willwood.
Yeah.
And I put factory 21 and up Tahoe PPV brakes on the Yukon with Corvette C7 non Z51 package, road calipers or whatever reason, with 14 and up 14-inch rotors on the back. Everything bolted right up too. Helped me install it and bled the system. We took it on a test drive and found out the 4065 just laid on its face.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get above 30 no more. So it's been sitting ever since.
Ah. Yep.
So we got to get the fire suits. We got to get fitted for helmets.
This is theirs. I mean, why not?
Not on the street, you don't.
I mean, it's not the most speedway.
2 Nitrous Express bottles for
This one
for the kit. Oh yeah, this is stone cold empty. I think you robbed the full bottle from me. This has probably not got much. This is empty too. What the heck? I was gonna show
It was for his recent testing tune where the engine broke in the
You
Mustang.
guys didn't want that bottle anyways. That bottle's got like torch marks all over it, going through it, like heating up with a torch. You don't want that bottle. That one's. Those ones are nice, brand new bottles.
when they're full, it does a really cool purge and it does the whole deal. So what I'll do is I'll go through and I'm just gonna show you all the stuff, how to drive it, how to run it. It's as easy as you can get, honestly. You can, if you're just gonna drive it and just go root around on it, freaking turn the key and go drive it. That's it. But if you want to go race it, do some stuff, I'll show you how to do the 2-step button, how to do the nitrous purge. We'll set up I'll have a completely separate tune for the race that you can download into it, and then the regular street drive, just driving like normal. Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
So what?
Driving like normal, or
Yeah, driving. No, I don't see that happening.
That's yeah. I'm sorry. I'm 47 years old. You're only 26, 27.
How you forget? We go first.
I've got 7 of you. Yeah. Well, y'all, you're 28 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track with that many. The youngest is what? 14.
Not 13.
See?
so they go with it. Yep. So this is just the hard tire. So these are a taller tire,
Right.
but they just bolt right on them and they just fit. So if you go to the racetrack and they want you to run those, you'll just knock them off. These are gonna be a lot better bet to do that with.
And I got friends that I grew up with years ago that they got into this because of their fathers and everything. And I need definitely stop by and pay a trip to them now. I ain't seen them in years.
Yep.
See how they're doing. See what they've built recently.
Cool.
Because they were getting into the nitros and the turbos and stuff too.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't do that. I was busy raising my family.
No, that's cool, man. Now it's time to play.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start showing you how to get everything, or how this thing all drives, and then we'll come back here in just a minute. All right, man. You be careful and you have fun.
Happy holidays. And
You
to you and yours.
You too, buddy. Oh man, the reflection looks awesome in your glasses. It's the right color blue.
These are prescriptions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Call me.
I will.
All right. Now, thankfully for him, it is. There's no snow about 40 minutes south of here, all the way down to Georgia. But he's gonna have to drive that thing in the snow, which sucks. I'm sure he'll stop and wash it. And there you go. One bad Trailblazer, and I think he's really gonna love that thing, because it is nice. I'm Steve Morris. Have a great day.